All right, diving in today, folks, and we're tackling something that can get pretty dense pretty quick. Building information modeling, better known as BIM.
Yeah. BIM, it's one of those things everyone seems to be talking about,
Yeah.
but actually getting it to work, well, that's a whole other story.
Right. I mean, for a lot of us, especially if you're in construction, trying to keep up with all this tech, figure out how to actually use it.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it can be a maze.
Definitely a maze. And you know what? We're not alone in feeling that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we've been digging into some stuff from ConTechDPD,
Okay.
and they actually offer, get this, a free 30-minute coaching session.
Wow.
No strings attached for anyone struggling with this whole BIM integration thing.
So like free therapy, but for your construction tech problem.
Pretty much. And if you're thinking, hey, sign me up,
Kind of thinking that.
you can reach out to them at bim@contechdpd.com.
All right, I'll make sure that's in the show notes.
Perfect. So today, we're kind of on the same mission as ConTechDPD, trying to get to the heart of what makes BIM such a pain to adopt.
Right, because everyone says it's the future, but if it's so great, why is it so hard to get going?
Exactly. And why are so many companies hitting these roadblocks?
Yeah.
Well, ConTechDPD points out a few key problems. And honestly, the first one's kind of a no-brainer.
What's that?
People just don't really get what BIM is.
You mean beyond the acronym?
Exactly. It's more than just fancy software.
Right. It's not just about trading in your blueprints for a 3D model on a computer.
Exactly. It's a whole different way of thinking about a project, managing all that information.
Okay, so think of it like this, right? You've got your old school paper blueprints.
Uh-huh.
Only one person can look at them at a time. They get messy. Things get lost.
Right. Huge pain.
Then you've got BIM, where everyone's working off the same digital model.
Live updates, everyone's on the same page.
Exactly. But that's a huge shift. And if people don't grasp that core change in how information flows...
That's where the trouble starts.
And I bet that leads right into the second problem.
You know it. Resistance to change.
People get set in their ways.
Oh, yeah. You've got folks who've been running projects successfully for years using the same methods.
They're like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. So you come in with this new complex system like BIM, and they're hesitant.
Imagine telling a seasoned project manager, okay, forget everything you know. We're doing it this completely new way now.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, not going to go over well.
No, not at all. And that resistance, that fear of the unknown,
Yeah.
it just makes everything harder.
And then, of course, problem number 3, the way things are already working.
You hit the nail on the head. Those existing workflows, they're just not built for BIM.
It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
It's like trying to run the latest software on a computer from the 90s.
It's just not going to work well. For example, think about communication between design and construction teams.
Yeah.
If they're still operating in silos, not really talking to each other,
Which happens a lot.
way too much. BIM's supposed to be all about collaboration, so it's going to struggle in that environment.
Big time. And that's what I find really interesting about ConTechDPD's approach.
What's that?
They're not just saying, hey, buy this software and all your problems are solved.
Thank goodness.
They get that the real solution lies in understanding. They really emphasize these comprehensive training programs.
So it's not just, here's how you use the software, it's here's why this whole integrated way of working is better.
Exactly. It's about getting everyone on the same page, speaking the same language.
And then once you have that foundation, they help you refine your existing processes.
Exactly. You don't have to scrap everything and start from zero.
Phew, that's a relief.
But you do need to strategically adapt how you're working to make the most of BIM's collaborative power.
And I imagine that's where the ongoing support comes in.
Absolutely. Because, let's be real, implementing BIM is a journey. It's not a one-and-done thing.
There are going to be bumps in the road.
Definitely. Questions, challenges, moments where you're like, what have we gotten ourselves into?
And having someone there to guide you through those rough patches.
Vital. That's what makes the difference between a successful implementation and just another failed tech experiment.
And speaking of expertise, let's talk about Jonathan Rogers.
Ah, the founder of ConTechDPD.
15 years knee-deep in the BIM world.
That's not just experience, that's a wealth of knowledge.
He must have seen it all, every pitfall, every success story.
You know it. And that really lends credibility to their approach.
Absolutely. So it's not just Jonathan, they've got a whole range of resources.
Yep, tailored coaching sessions, all designed to help BIM professionals up their game.
If you're intrigued, you can check them out at www.contechdpd.com.
Definitely worth a look.
Okay, so let's bring it all together for our listeners.
Great idea.
What are the big roadblocks to BIM integration?
First, that lack of understanding, not really grasping what BIM is all about.
Second, that resistance to change, the fear of letting go of the old way.
And third, those clunky, outdated workflows that just don't mesh with BIM's collaborative nature.
And what's ConTechDPD's solution?
They hit it from multiple angles. Comprehensive training to build that foundational knowledge. Then they help you adapt your processes so they actually work with BIM, not against it.
Makes sense.
And crucially, they provide that ongoing support, that expert guidance to navigate the inevitable challenges.
And it all comes from folks who've been there, done that, like Jonathan Rogers, so you know they get it.
Absolutely. And I think this all speaks to a bigger point about technology adoption in general.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's not just about the tech itself, it's about the people using it and the processes they're using it within.
You can have the most amazing cutting-edge tech in the world, but if you don't have those other pieces in place...
It's got to do much good.
Exactly. So it makes you think, what's the single biggest mindset shift an organization needs to make to really embrace a technology like BIM?
That's the million-dollar question.
And how much faster could they get there? How much smoother could that transition be if they had expert guidance from someone who's already walked that path?
Food for thought.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, we'll wrap things up for today.
Until next time.
Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.